Here is a great example of a communication problem that happened in my boutique. Hi, I'm Sherry from Twin Sisters Mastectomy Boutique. So I get people in all the time and they'll say to me, the doctor said I need something post-op, they didn't tell me what, and then, there's a lot of miscommunication, a lot of questions that aren't answered, so I end up calling the doctor, and that's fine. Sometimes I'll say to people, did the doctor tell you to pull anything, not to pull anything over your head for the first little while? And they're like, they told me nothing. Now, maybe they did, and you just didn't hear it, or there was too much other information coming in, or maybe you didn't. But in my boutique, this is what happened today. I had a client who was coming in for a compression bra, and it was one of those situations again after, the doctor didn't tell her anything, and then I had to, communicate with the healthcare team, and finally we figured out she needed compression. So we looked at a couple of different styles of compression bras, and compression bras are more like compression vests. They give you 360 compression. I like to say it's like a hug around your body, and it's different than a sports bra because a sports bra compresses you here, but compression bras give you 360 compression to move fluid through your body. So it's important that you get the right garment. So we were trying on different styles, for comfort and fit. And while bras, like mastectomy bras, I can see if they fit, I can't always know how a compression garment fits because I know the measurements, right? I measure people appropriately, but those are a guideline. And I can't tell how that person's feeling. So I say, does it feel like a hug? And a lot of people, when I say this, they're like, yeah, it feels like a hug, or no, it doesn't. But this woman said, and I'm glad she said it, she goes, I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. So how else do I describe it? Let me know if you would know what I meant if I said, does it feel like a hug? But she said, I don't know what that means. And I said, okay, does it feel like you are being bound? And she goes, oh, I know what bound means. And this is a person whose first language is English. All of our other communication was fine, but the descriptors were what was throwing her and then eventually throwing me. So we got to the point where I was saying, do you feel like it's binding you? And she's like, yeah, I feel that. And then we have to say, like, do you think that you could sleep in this? You could eat in it. You can breathe in it 24/7 for a week. And the person has to really think about it. Yeah, I think it does. Is it digging? Is it grubbing anywhere? And for her, it was bothering her in a certain spot on one of the styles. And she's like, I couldn't live with this for a week. And that's really important because it might be a good fit, but if you can't live with that discomfort for an entire week, 24/7, you're not going to wear it. You're going to stop wearing it. So we ended up getting her two very similar compression bras. One was in a small in light compression, and one was in a medium in medium compression. Well, they're two different garments. They weren't identical. They were different. And the small one in the medium size, because she was right on the cusp of sizing, so the medium one, she said felt really good. It was really comfortable, but she didn't feel any compression or any binding. And for her type of surgery, we needed that. So we put her in a size smaller, which was still very comfortable, still within her size range, but it gave her a little bit more of the squeeze, if you will. Not uncomfortably. In fact, she was saying that she would probably wear these afterwards. But the medium one, the medium compression, we got her in a medium size because even though it's a larger size, it was giving her a lot more compression. So if we went down a size, it would be too much. And I know that's very complicated. But my point is, the sizing are guidelines, and then you have to use your good judgment visually. I was able to touch the garment and see how much give there was to it, talking to her how she felt in it. And if she had just bought it herself online or off the rack or not had somebody helping her, she would have bought the medium size in the light compression and it would have done nothing for her. So always go to a professional, especially for your, compression garments. They're really, really important. And if you don't understand the language that somebody's using, like I would say, it feels like a hug, speak up. And I'm really glad she spoke up because that was really smart. She said, I don't really know what you mean by that. Whereas somebody else might know exactly what I mean. So communication is really important because that was what determined which garments this lady left with. Let me know if that's happened to you, where there's been a miscommunication, especially in healthcare. A miscommunication or a lack of communication. I can't tell you how many times people have come in and said, I've said, what did your healthcare team say? Did they give you any guidance on what you need? And they're like, I was told nothing. I have nothing. I have this piece of paper, and it's a general piece of paper that they give to everybody. And that's frustrating for the patient because they feel like they don't know what they're doing. And in such an important surgery, any surgery is important, you want to feel like all your ducks are in a row. So there's professionals like myself and other fitters who will use their experience and good judgment, and we always call the healthcare team when we feel it's needed because one surgeon might do things one way and another surgeon might do something differently. So I'm not just going to assume anything, and it's really important that whoever you go to works with the healthcare teams. So let me know, what miscommunications did you have, and would you know what it means if I said it feels like a hug? And it shouldn't be super tight so you can't breathe and eat and sleep. It shouldn't be so loosey-goosey that you can do it up easy. It should be compression. Compression is tight. And let me tell you some other stuff. She was saying to me, well, it's squishing me. Yes, it's compression. It's going to be squishing you. But it's squishing me so that I have side boob. That's okay. That's what it's supposed to do. It's not supposed to fit like a regular bra. It's not supposed to fit like a sports bra, which kind of isolates the breasts so that they're not going to the side. It is a compression bra. It's not supposed to be flattering. It's not supposed to isolate your breasts. It's full 360 compression. So it doesn't matter how it looks, if it's giving you side boob, if it's giving you uniboob, as long as it's doing the job, and that's more important than any of like how does it look. Here you go, my spiel for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below, and we'll see you soon.